What's good, everybody? It's Keen, it's Moni, it's Jeesh, and this is We Have That at Welcome to season 2. We're hyped, we're ready to get it popping up in here, and we're coming to you live and in color. You see us?
Super excited. We are live in living color. Welcome, everybody. We are super excited for season 2. We back. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Same formula as we normally do, except you get to see our faces now. We cute, huh? Okay, let's jump right into it. First time, and we've been gone for a while, so we're gonna try to catch you up. Whatever it's been on our minds, whatever we've been thinking about, whatever's hot in these internet streets. We know some of us are still locked up in the house. Some of us don't care. We're out here living free and wild. Mm-hmm. So what's been going on?
A lot.
Tell me more.
Police brutality. Megan's been shot. We got to meet. Turn up.
The people story.
The people don't know the story. Let's give them a little.
Let's tell the people our story. I think this is the perfect time for it.
Okay. Once upon a time, not long ago.
Hey.
You was a hoe?
A little.
Like no. We met on an application, a karaoke at Smule. Turn up for Smule.
Shout out.
Thing. And we used to make hits together. Like we had bars for days.
So you're telling these people that we used to make music and songs and that bars. You mean that you're a rapper?
Rapper bars.
And singer.
Oh.
Yes.
Original content, covers, all that.
We did it. We was live. Mm-hmm. It was fun.
We got Smule popping. We the founders. Sorry, no, I'm talking. Sorry, Smule. I'm just playing.
So like we met online and not until recently, and we've known each other for years and years.
Yes.
Not until recently did we meet in person.
Yeah. Through all the craziness.
Keep in mind, we've done a whole successful season 1 podcast and had never met in person. Like,
turn up. I think that's unique in itself.
Very unique.
But we always were cool online. We always had the chemistry. We came up with this random ass idea. We knocked it out for 22 episodes. We finally got to link up in the NYC. Jeesh came to where we from.
It's the red.
We got to hang out.
Hip hop, hey.
And it was super dope. So I think that was the highlight of all of this craziness. I mean, I had to work through it all, so I never really had a break. But I enjoyed the time away.
Yes, and we miss y'all. We were just talking about how we miss.
Absolutely.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
We're back.
I don't know. Like when we don't do our episodes, like our conversations are naturally like debate conversations or basic, or you know what I'm saying, hot topic. Even off. Like hold on, stay there for the podcast. Like.
For real.
We've been thirsty. We
had something like that where we didn't talk about it. We were waiting for the pod. Do you remember what that was, Mom?
It probably was Biden and Trump, because you know how I get to going about Thursday.
Oh yeah. We'll get into it. Let's get into it.
All right, let's get into what these topics got. So the Maxter, my girl, the Stallion, she got shot twice in both her feet by Tory Lanez. Nobody really knows what led up to it. They had a party either with Kylie or at Kylie's spot. And on the way home, things got rowdy. And as she was attempting to leave the car, that motherfucker shot her in the heels of her feet.
But this is all allegedly, right? It's not like he ain't been convicted, right?
No, it's not allegedly.
Oh.
I think it's confirmed that she was in
When was the last time you heard from Tory?
Well, I didn't know if it was like
In that
confirmed.
video,
Like,
when he was laid out like a starfish, that's the last thing we saw and heard.
Did you see
Little
how
boy.
spread out he was in the street?
damn, Tory.
Listen,
Ridiculous.
he told
I
us
don't know. I'm very bothered by this. I think about it periodically and try to figure it out. I don't understand what makes a man whose career is like popping right now, really about to blow. Like he's big already. Meg is big, getting bigger. They're both hanging out friends. Like what goes on that makes you think it's cool to shoot somebody? And not one, but both of the only 2 feet that they have.
Yeah, that's
and think
crazy.
that what did he think was going to happen after that? Was you're not trying to kill her?
I don't know, like,
So what?
y'all know me and the perspectives. But I don't even have one this time. I just really want to know because, like you said, it makes absolutely no sense. Like just saying it like that. So it's like, what the hell has she could? What could? I know there's no like logical answer, but it's like, what could she have said or did to make you but in that split moment was logical for you to be like, oh no, pow pow, like
She probably just said,
I
I think that intoxication played a strong role in it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I don't want to be like the point the finger or like start saying shit, but it's like for me, either it's a mental illness, he got a dog ass bipolarism mean streak, or he was mixing the wrong shit together. He had a little light with a little dark with a little molly with a little, I don't know, but
Yeah,
that's how I'm thinking. Like damn, you mixed the wrong shit, or you just got some mental issues,
That's
or maybe
what
a little bit of both, and that didn't mix at all. Like, but damn, you shot her. I mean, man,
I can't put it together.
She
we
no
have
little
video
lady, bro.
proof. We have video proof. I don't even need to know what led up to it.
He could have shot her a fair one. Damn.
He was so sprawled out in that street. You clearly were guilty. You were the first one to jump out and go face first into the ground. Then he has not said a word.
That's true.
He has not said a single word in defense for himself. There's no way you wouldn't be trying to plead your case. Somebody else mentioned that he had a birthday that came up and passed. And I don't know what sign he is. Maybe a Virgo or something. What birthdays is it?
It's Virgo right now.
Right now, Virgo right now, yeah.
They was like, he's a Virgo. He hasn't said anything. His birthday passed. That's a big red flag right there. They must love attention or something. I don't know. Do they love attention?
I got a cousin I left with that.
Hold on. Let's ask our resident witch.
You stupid. And that Virgos are very particular. So if his birthday was coming up, he probably would have had something planned, something lined up. Very calculated. They are very calculated, and they usually have like think about things deeply before they do it. So if he's a Virgo, that's like even more of a question. That's the Earth sign. Wait, just quick sidebar. Have you ever seen Tory Lanez doing freestyle on the radio?
Yep.
It's very entertaining. I do believe that he's like a smart person, like a dope rapper. I think like he had like a lot going. Has his career ain't over yet? I don't think. But I don't get it. I do not get it.
He's done. How is he going to come back from shooting this woman?
It's not like a Chris Brown punch in the face. I don't think you can justify like hitting a woman. Is like you're on the borderline. He made it back because he flied. But
can we
I don't think
compare
you
the
can shoot
two,
a
though?
woman and get away with it.
Can we what?
I said, can we really compare the two?
Why not?
It could be compared because abuse is abuse.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, as far as coming back, like, I don't know. And then I think it's different because Rihanna kind of gave Chris Brown, though, like, Rihanna kind of gave us the okay to forgive Chris Brown. Like, Meg is like, no, he shot me.
Yeah. I don't know. And, like, I really want to know what happened because Meg came out and was, like, talking about abuse against black women. But I'm like, 10 minutes ago, that was your best friend and y'all were chilling in the pool and putting videos on Instagram.
Yeah. I think she got to that point. Like, she went into not saying anything. People were saying that He got locked up for having a gun. Megan just was with him. Video came out of her on the curb, blah, blah, blah. Then after that happened, no, that video came out. Then she was like, I want to make something clear. I was shot that night. There's misleading stories. He didn't just have a gun. She never mentioned he or Tory or anything.
Yeah, she just said
She
that.
just said, I was shot that night. You know, I had somebody in my space who didn't have my safety at hand, blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da. It kept progressing to the point where she's saying that his people kept talking about stuff and pointing fingers. So, and she also never told the police that it was him because she was trying to protect him because we're in danger.
Right,
So,
with black.
but it came to the point of she was seeing lies to where she had to prove her point and just call him out because he was allowing people to come and lie about the situation. But again, we haven't heard a peep from him, and I think that speaks more than volumes. That speaks fucking, I mean, it's loud as hell.
Yeah, because what could he say? Like, what is he going to say? I shot her in both her feet by accident?
I think that if you're not, go ahead. Yeah, I think that if you're not willing to just come out and tell the truth, what's the point?
Right. And that also could be a part of her.
I'm sorry?
He's not ready to tell the truth yet.
No.
I think it's kind of just like, for me, I'm just watching Meg, and it's kind of like, I'm rooting for her, and I be feeling bad because I know it's just like, I know she's just like new to the industry, and she's kind of like just learning the industry. I know a lot of shit is probably just like eye-opening and just like, damn. Because I'm like, I mean, that's like, because like you said, she was with him. She's partying, they in the jacuzzi, they lose, they drinking, and they go from that to whatever transpired to him shooting you. Like that's like fucked up. That's scary almost. Well, it is scary.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
only
hoping
you get shot, but from a motherfucker you would obviously least expect. If you just comfortable and got your guard down, they was in a 2-piece next to Kylie Jenner. Like, geez, like what the hell happened from that to that?
Yeah, I hope it was the drugs. It was a bad trip. But the way she made it seem like something was done to her purposely. So I don't even know.
She said,
like
I didn't do anything.
It was a setup or something. That's what I'm saying. Like, was it a
I
setup?
didn't do anything.
Sacrifice went wrong?
What happened?
Let Moni know what you said, Jeesh.
I'm sorry. I said maybe it was a sacrifice that went wrong.
Let me tell you something. Kim is going to hate me because I was legit thinking like Meg Thee Stallion has been mad shit when her career started. He done took me over to the dark side. She got famous. Her mother died. Then this shit is happening with her. It seems like every step. She got on a song with Beyonce, and Beyonce didn't promote it at all. Like something is off. Something is off. No, I was seriously like that. You definitely came to my mind with that shit. I do not think that she sacrificed herself to be famous.
No, I don't think she sacrificed herself.
Like,
hell, her old label could be like, she still owe us. Fuck Jay-Z. Pow pow. Order that hit.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. But it does seem like she's been getting like a little dose of like negativity. Strange.
But I like for nothing. Like, but that's how the industry goes. Like, that's why I don't want to be like in the spotlight. Like, maybe the independent route because it's like you have to go through that. They love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. Like it's like you have to ridicule you. Like you have to be hated first, and then like built back up. Like it's weird because everybody who walks into any mega star, I mean that's human life, but any mega star has that like that career, like you know what I'm saying, dynamic. Like they start off and it's like okay, they force the public to love you, then they force the public to hate you. Then they forced to look at Beyonce. We loved B when she was with Destiny's Child. We hated her when she went single. Then she got with Jay-Z. We loved her. Then it was like, oh, hold on, Illuminati. Then Jay-Z cheated on her. We love her again. Now she all black activity. We like, oh, we love her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because people like to see other people in a struggle. That's why Beyonce was too great. She was looking too perfect. Everybody was like, no, I can't get into this. And then she got a little broken. They were like, oh, I can relate to that.
Again.
They said yes.
We love that.
I mean, not Whitney, Mary J. Blige. Everybody wanted
That's exactly what I was saying.
They want Mary J. Blige to be on drugs or sad, make an album like let her be fine. Woo.
On that note of Black Not Cracking, aka Mary J. Blige, Mo, what do you know about that black that may crack?
Oh my gosh. Yes. The black that may crack. This is another topic that came up we were talking about. And I don't know if y'all know, but Queen and Slim is on Netflix. Not on Netflix, on HBO Max, I think. Watch it. It is like honestly one of my favorite movies now. It is an instant classic. It gives me all types of feels. But I'm watching my language. The gentleman, y'all know what I want to call him. I feel like I need to say it because like he burns like fire. That nigga who at the end sold out Queen and Slim for some money. I made this whole journey, and I don't know if people like really broke it down and like understood what was going on, but like that was definitely fashioned after the Underground Railroad, right? They're going from place to place to place as they travel, and people are helping them out. Like that's the system. They get to this one guy, and there was white people, old people, young people, whatever. They get to this one fucking black man who's supposed to be helping him at the end, and he's the one that sells them out when they're like right at the airplane about to like travel off into like their future and their destiny. Mm-hmm. But I want to think of like the black that may crack is like those type of people. Like I don't even like speaking like that, but it's like I don't feel connected to them. People who think that they can, like, you're ready to sell somebody out for money. Like, that's your culture. You have to, like, understand, like, the movie set it up that it was a whole movement. Everybody knew what they were, like, running from and was supportive. And it was just, like, this one man. And there are so many people like that. I do not like to talk to people on Instagram and get into debates about race and stuff like that because I get sad and mad and it, like, upsets me. But I constantly go on Instagram and get into little, like, back and forth with people who are always blaming black people for everything that has happened to them and their actions. And it's always like, well, black people are killing black people, or you have to fix yourself before other people are going to respect you. It's like, nah. Like, there's mad racist shit going on. How do you not see that? Like, it's not the person who's being victimized to be like, okay, you know, like,
right.
This is not going on. It's weird. I can't take it.
And I hate it when it's our own people. And it's like, okay, now, y'all, first you got to get our own shit. Like, no. First, they need to stop killing us for no reason. Like, that's a separate issue.
Because
they're not together. Like, that's not, what logic is there?
None.
Like, I hate.
And nothing makes it okay. Breaking the law does not make you okay to be dying. Walking down the street, getting in an argument, making a mistake. Like, none of that legitimizes losing your life. Like,
I'm gonna cry.
How are you so scared that you're waking up a person, and the process of waking the process of waking up is to get up, possibly be startled? How are you not prepared for that in such a dangerous gig? It doesn't make sense.
And
you're scared of you're waking somebody up, and then you're scared when they wake up.
Yeah.
People aren't doing. They're not doing. I just seen some, and it's draining at this point. It's draining. My God.
Yes.
The guy, did y'all see the recent one where the cop was holding the non-hostage at gunpoint, the black man, but he was looking for a white man in the hotel?
No.
Went to the hotel. His video cam caught everything. The hotel worker said it's a white man, described his clothes. He comes around the building and holds the first black person he sees at gunpoint. Doesn't fit any of the description, and he's a staff member at the hotel. And the guy is on desk duty now. Get rid of the people. Get rid of the people. It doesn't make sense.
Of course not.
Like, we're still there.
We're still there.
It's frustrating because I think for me, okay, of course, I don't want to see my people constantly getting killed. But regardless of any race, like, a life being taken should not be taken lightly. So how are people even defending, oh, well, he was violent, or he whatever he may or may have not been, it was not worth his life being taken. That's why it's protocol. Like, so that's why a life being taken should not be taken lightly, whether it's black, white, blue, or green. Like, but a senseless like senseless and innocent. That's just on top of it, and I hate to say it, but I know a lot of people can agree with me. It's almost numbing. Like it's very traumatizing, and it's numbing to the point to where I can't react and bust out the tears for every story because it's happening every 5 minutes.
Yo, geez, I was literally online yesterday on Instagram on my private ass Instagram account that I don't be doing nothing on, but I was like, I couldn't help it. I went. Cardi B, it was Cardi B's post. She posted Candace Owens talking about how blaming George Floyd for his death, basically saying he was a drug addict, all this stuff, blah, blah. Hundreds, thousands of black people in the comments blaming him. He was on drugs, You need to watch the whole video. And I'm like, you're missing the point. Because they're like, you shouldn't have built George Floyd up as this martyr. He wasn't this great person. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's not the point. They want to say he's on drugs. Fine. You could call him whatever names you want. He was a drug addict, whatever the case is. That does not mean he does not deserve dignity and respect, and that it was okay for somebody to kill him with their knee in his neck in broad daylight in the middle of the street where the cops were supposed to help him, were actually killing him. And all they kept saying, I kept like writing it, responding, all they kept saying was, well, if you watch the whole video, he was taking drugs before he got out of the car. He overdosed. He didn't actually get killed.
None of that matters. And people
it does not matter.
Blazing over it, blatantly disrespectful about it. They're being blatantly disrespectful.
And
nothing
it's not
you can say can make it okay.
White people.
Yeah, everybody.
And even still, like that logic makes no sense because if you saying that a person does this, so they need to die, then by that logic, we could just go senselessly kill the cops. We can go senselessly kill anybody with a KKK or a fucking Confederate flag. Like
you cannot.
I'm just saying.
But Betty Lou,
by their logic,
but Betty Lou and Johnny can.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And the thing is, we have those videos. We keep putting them side by side. We keep seeing Johnny and Betty Lou running ball naked, boxing the cops. Sting ringing the cops. What the hell is that thing called?
It's sad.
Tasering.
Yeah.
Snatching weapons, having weapons, and they're living. I just seen another video. The white guy was literally, he couldn't even stand up drunk, and they let him walk down the street. He sideswiped a whole row of cars. They let him walk. Nothing. And he couldn't even get across the street or anything. It was just crazy to say.
So wild. And for people to sit there and not acknowledge it and like, yo, you don't, like, how do you not see? Like, is your brain not able to make a comparison between what is happening to this person and what is happening to this person without you trying to justify it by some other shit? Like, I was also, like, making the point, like, if George Floyd was white, he'd be out of rehab right now.
Right.
Addict, whatever it is, they would have sent him to rehab and he'd be out right now chilling.
Yes.
He would not be dead.
Yes. Because I don't know how you legitimize he was on drugs, he did this, he did that. We've seen the video from beginning to end. Not once did he swing his arms. Not once was he erratic. Not once was he violent or threatening. So there's nothing you can say about me being a criminal, if that's what the label you want to put on it, or a drug addict, that should make any human, blue, purple, red, or black, comfortable with seeing it. You should be moved.
Right.
You should be moved at the end of the day.
They kept saying there was a longer video and that he asked to be laid down on the floor. Like, it showed him taking drugs before he got out of the car. And the response to me was like, he should have been taking those drugs.
Videos of him doing that?
They said we didn't see the whole video. This is what Candace Owens was saying. We didn't see the whole video.
Oh, no. We would have seen it by now.
Candy.
We would have seen it.
Like, it's just so many layers of bullshit that you have to work through, and they stand so strong on nothing that has absolutely no basis. I'm like, you saw the fucking cop with the knee in his neck, and after the man stopped breathing, he continued to do it. Did you see him take drugs? To say he died of an overdose, like, what autopsy did you perform for you to say that with conviction when you saw on camera how he died?
And didn't expect it to be turned around. The world was going to pay for the correct autopsy to happen. But listen, this is heavy, and I'm tired. I'm going to close it out with this.
Heavy.
They're now trying to heavy.
Hey.
You know, now they're trying to make Breonna Taylor a drug lord.
Of course she was.
Along with George Floyd. Nothing else matters. Now she was trafficking drugs. If it's okay for these people to die for these reasons, kill all them prison guards that has your inmates in there high with weapons and every other thing that's wrong.
And everything else that was
for real. If that's what we're basing it off, let anybody die who do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just crazy to try to say anything in response to a death being okay.
Yeah, a life was lost at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's just what it is. And speaking of crazy, I'm gonna give the floor to Jeesh so that he can give us the 411 on Mr. Kanye the West.
Well, I'm a fan of Kanye West. I'm a big fan of Kanye.
What's your favorite album?
My favorite album is Late Registration.
Okay.
And My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay. The Amber Rose album.
You said what?
I am definitely Graduation and 808.
And Hot Bags.
Okay. And you, Mr. Scheme?
I like the first album.
And that's what you lost after that, after Jesus.
I
wasn't lost, but that's the album I had that I liked, that I was like, ah!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a Kanye fan from the shit he produced, from the shit, like all that. I'm just Kanye.
Yeah.
That
number one rapper until recently. I just can't get on board with like.
Are
what's
you
happening.
a fan of his producing of Tiana's second album, where he only put 4 of her 24 songs and she didn't know till she woke up?
No, see, I think Kanye West is a great producer, but he's very dramatic, and sometimes I feel like, I don't want to say overproduced, but for lack of a better term, overproduced. Okay. So for the Tiana Taylor, he had her lace, but she ain't need all that for real. Honestly. And that's from my
I think that he's so much about like his art and himself, because he's selfish. Like his art and himself, that he's willing to put that above like the greater idea of the project, like respecting Tiana in that space kind of, and like letting her do her thing.
Do her thing like B does Chloe and Holly. But go ahead and get into Mr. West currently.
Well, he just basically
the current news.
Well, the last thing I heard of Kanye West was that he said he had more money than Trump, little peon self. Mm-hmm. And he had got dropped from, he basically wasn't eligible to for the ballot, and they said that he had with like the fake signatures and all that.
There's a few states that's saying okay, and it's a few states that's saying hell no.
Why are they saying no? I'm curious. I didn't hear anything.
There is fake signatures on the ballot to vote him to be.
I didn't hear that. Yeah.
Elmo.
That don't necessarily mean it was him. It could have been fans doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. They got cameras of people collecting it on the streets.
Well,
committee people. They got committee people on the streets.
We have two sides that y'all can see. We have pro Kanye and
no. No, I'm just stating facts. So I'm getting text messages every day about this damn race. Are y'all getting text messages?
No, but my Facebook they assume that I'm just a Democrat and I'm gonna vote for Biden. I don't like that.
Lord.
They just assume. Well, what they say?
But
what they say when we assume.
You make an
ass out of you and me at Facebook.
But I'm getting messages. Huh?
You should assume that you are a Republican.
I'm not a Republican, but I don't want
them to work. Two parties. Like, it's a shitty system.
It is, but I don't like that. I didn't see nothing that said, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what it was. It was like, make sure you register to vote. And then the little backdrop was like a Democratic Party, and it had Biden. Like,
okay, but are you registered?
I am registered.
Under independent or green?
What you mean?
What's your political party that you're registered under?
I don't know what that means. I thought you meant like register like my address and they tell me where to go vote.
No,
when you register
your political party.
I don't think I registered for that though. I thought you meant like if I registered to vote, like to go and say.
Yeah, so when you register, they ask you if you're Republican, Democrat, or independent, or green, and they got options.
I don't know.
So
maybe I got not registered.
Maybe that's why. Because remember, we started registering at 17, 18.
That's what I said. Like I
When did you
registered.
got
Oh,
your
so
driver's license?
okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Back then, okay. Well, then, yeah. If it was back, yeah, because back then
You
I was.
probably would have said you were a Democrat because you didn't know.
Yeah, I was. Okay, I was a Democrat. But
Before you got
still,
into that other stuff.
No, for real. When I first voted, I was 19. That was the whole Obama era.
Okay.
That was the second term. And yeah, so I guess, but even still, Facebook shouldn't know that.
Were you for Obama? Were you woke at that point?
Oh no, I was way young. I was like Black Power. I went to a Degrassi school. My was white. I was
Don't fuck with my president.
Yeah, I was all that. I was my president black, my Lambo blue. I was all that.
Come on. So I'm getting text messages, but I'm getting messages for Trump and Biden. I'm getting messages for everybody. They're like, hey, we don't know. And I'm getting things from like Black organizations that's encouraging people to vote. I got in a little convo with the one girl. I was like, thanks for checking up. Holla. But finish with Mr. Ye.
So where we going? Oh yeah, so basically he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, regardless of how we feel, we're really rooting for him. It's like, hell, why not? Shit. And that's how I feel at this point. Like, why the hell not? Trump, I mean,
why not? You want to know? Stop yourself. You want to know why not? Because he had a fucking emotional, ridiculous breakdown on TV. Not only was it embarrassing and he was looking like a pussy, but is that the person that you want in the White House? Like, how's he going to handle business?
Is Trump the person in the White House? Is Biden the person who won in the White House?
Comparison.
That's not an argument.
That's what I think it is, because basically what I'm saying is everybody just admit.
Let me get my glasses because.
First of all, before this is before he had the mental breakdown. Nobody was rooting for Kanye West. First of all, nobody was. This is me saying this before the breakdown. But even still, y'all know how I feel about Kanye. I'm biased. I don't care. I'm biased. I was gonna vote for Kanye. I'll vote for him before I vote for any of them. He's
Why?
No different. He's radical, just like Trump.
So we don't like Trump. Stop making that comparison.
Nobody's thinking about Trump. So why do you keep comparing him to Trump?
Because y'all let Trump get in there the same way. This is the same shit we said about Trump. He split his orange self up in there.
But geez, do you want a repeat of that?
No, but he had the rights. He had the freedom to do the thing.
Nah, you more worried about Kanye West and his right to do something than you are about the American people. He is not going to get in office and do anything to support us if he treats us the way he treats those people at that fucking Sunday service brunch or whatever. So
I'm just saying he had just as much as a right to run before
everybody has a right to run. I have a right to run, but I know that I should not.
Hello.
All I'm just saying.
It's not about his right. It's about that he's not okay to do it. Trump was not okay to do it.
Okay.
Pusha T is not okay to do it.
Exactly.
Oprah is not okay to do it. Beanie Man is not okay to do it. Like, if you think of anybody.
You said who?
Oprah is okay to do it.
No, she's not. Oh, and that
she mentioned that. Oprah said, based off of who we got right now, I'm second guessing. Like, maybe I can do it. I thought that it was particular things. Like, anybody can run.
Oprah is a no for me.
That Trump has opened up the election for that.
And that's
what all I was basically saying was like even before the breakdown, before all of that, like everybody was so like, oh no, Kanye West is not qualified, and all I was saying was,
no,
who is qualified at this point? So
that's all
I was saying.
There was no election talk before his breakdown. His breakdown began years ago when he ran on that stage and did that craziness. Mm-hmm. That was even before he claimed a diagnosis. He'd been not qualified. Nobody ever said they were going to vote.
Diagnosis? What diagnosis? The Kardashian?
He says he's bipolar. He says he's bipolar.
Is bipolar.
I know he's bipolar.
Which is for real. It has nothing to do with the Kardashians, even though the world hates them.
I don't hate the Kardashians. I was being funny, but yes, the Kardashians take a toll on people who are in relationships with them.
Scott Disick is fine, and Tristan went back around 2 and 3.
Tristan was I'm talking about Lamar Odom.
He been a.
Don't you dare say it.
Listen.
Don't you dare.
Speaking of Kanye and politics.
See.
Did you have one last word, Jeesh?
I cannot wait to Kanye West see this.
Did you have one last word?
Well, no, I really just, honestly, I wanted to transition into, like, basically, the black don't crack. Okay, Kanye West on his ass, but also us having the right mindset going into voting. Mm-hmm. Regardless of how you feel you want to vote for, like how I'm just a radical, I'm like Kanye. Guys, that is not how you vote. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, you like music, I love music, so let me vote for Kanye West. Like, don't do that. And that's what I did. And that's what I did my first time voting. And even with the Hillary situation, I wasn't all the way sure because it was just kind of like, I'm a Democrat. Let me circle all Democrats. And it's like, that's not the case. And not even with Democrats. Even with our race, we can't. And I don't want to bring nobody down. Like, whatever. Shout out to Kamala Harris and whatever she got going on. But
a Jamaican Empress.
You said what?
Me Jamaican Empress. Go ahead.
Yeah, all that. But it's just still some fact of like, okay, let's not do the same thing we did with Obama. Whether some people don't consider it a mistake, some of us consider it a mistake. But whatever we did with Obama, let's not do that. Whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever we did with Trump, whatever we was trying to do with Hillary, like all I'm saying is everybody who's black and in power and in politics does not have a black agenda. And we need to just make sure that we don't just say, oh, she black. Because that's obviously what Biden, I don't know what her intentions are, but that's obviously what Biden's intentions is.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm saying is, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No. After you're done, I want to ask you a question because, like, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you know what I'm saying, just do your homework. If you know what I'm saying, it is important to vote, for sure. But do your homework, please. Like, it's 2020. We have access to a lot of stuff our ancestors didn't have access to, our parents didn't have access to. Get into the know and make a wise, conscious decision for you and your family and what you need. Not, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I mean, you want to think broadly, but it's like everybody who's black is not black. We're not for black people. So you have to kind of it's kind of more of a personal thing.
And we got the point.
Yes. Question, just real quick. Jeesh, you think Obama's presidency was a mistake? It was wrong? You don't support him?
I don't think, I'm not gonna say it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like two sides to it. Like, I can't say I'm always neutral and I'm all about perspective. I think it was very important on one way for us to see a black man run the country, a black man with such class, a black man in the suit with a strong wife and a strong family, very well articulated. All of that. That was very well important. But at the same time, that overshadowed a lot of important issues that never got the right attention and the right light. And I feel like with a black president, that was the perfect time, if not then. And I feel like if not then never. So that's how I feel about it.
Well said. Okay, I want to know. I respect it. I respect it. But I just love him. I love him, and like I just support everything he does. I'm just a fan, so.
Yeah.
No wrong in my eyes.
I mean, my thing with it is that I don't think that, first off, we're down to two candidates. Is that right? English teacher candidate?
Candidates, yes.
We're down to two. You have to, first off, everybody needs to go vote. A lot of people think that they shouldn't, they don't have to, it doesn't count, blah, blah. What if it does?
Especially in this climate.
Just go press the button. Because if you don't go press the button, you shouldn't be saying nothing. Now or later, you shouldn't be saying nothing, period. And I think that you have to make the best wise decision, even if you don't agree with everything. And all you hear about is what somebody did the first day they were brought into office. And these raggedy ass people that we see talking shit all the time, I'm not talking to my brother either. That we see talking shit all the time, it's almost as if they don't, it's not almost, they don't recognize what being human is. I fucked up on my jobs plenty of times. That doesn't mean that I haven't learned a lesson moving forward. I've made mistakes in life, and that doesn't mean that I haven't learned my lesson moving forward. These people who are running for presidency, I've seen them be confronted every time they talked in public, from past elections to now, and they have to take ownership for that. They have to give an explanation for that. I'm sure they're annoyed by themselves, bothered by themselves, embarrassed, because now we're in this movement of Black Lives Matter, and you've done shit back in 1989 that affected Black people. So now what do you have to say to that? So I feel like even though people have made mistakes and that there's a lot that you don't like, be mindful of the fact that nobody's perfect and everybody has the opportunity to make changes. Be aware of that. They have interviews, they're talking about shit that we have issues with, and besides them having hot dogs at 3 a.m. and ice cream parties, be mindful of what's going on in the world, because it's in our hands. Just be mindful of that and what we're sharing with the people. What up, Jeesh?
Was that a Biden cosign?
Huh?
Was that a Biden cosign?
No, it wasn't a Biden cosign.
Oh, okay.
Because Trump is dirty, nasty. Kamala got shit that people don't like. Biden got shit that people don't like. But these people also have shit that we do like about them if you look it up. Shit that they have been rallying for from back in the day when they were fuck ups. So you have to decide what you want to acknowledge and what you don't want to acknowledge.
I will say, can I just add two things? Because I know this is my subject. I will say the hot dog pizza party was recent. And I will say that it went too long ago. And I also will say that you are right about people being human, making mistakes.
We're all
but also on that same time, it's like, okay, guys, let's once again just reiterate what I said. Be mindful. What we all said. Be mindful. Don't be too forgiving. Be mindful. But I will give them props. Like I said, it will be nice to see Kamala, just, what I'm saying, with the image and all of that. But it's more than that, you know what I'm saying? Yes,
and everybody makes everything like one-sided. Besides her being a woman and being Black, blah, 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 what is she talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like now the debate, as soon as she was elected, was she's not Black enough. She's Jamaican. You can't get no blacker than that.
She Black for sure. Now,
she's Indian. Like, she's a brown girl. You can't get no blacker than that.
She gonna come to the
if that's your one argument. You know what I'm saying? She never claimed it before.
But see, for me, that don't even make it. For me, I'm past that. Y'all know how I think. Like, for me, it's not about that.
Yeah, we know you in the underground. Like, you know shit that don't nobody know.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, which I do. He ain't playing. Y'all better get it. Listen. But what I'm saying is, like, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's not a black or white thing when it comes to these things. Like, it's not a black and white. It's not who's Black, let me vote for them. Who's white, not vote for them. No, it's about good and evil. So you need to match up. You need to align your morals, at least try to, and your beliefs with the person you're voting for. Mm-hmm. It's not about black or white. I promise you, it's not.
But that's the only thing people are thinking about. It's crazy.
Like, it's not about a woman. It's not about seeing, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's about more than seeing a black guy in a class act be president. It's about more than seeing Trump and his orange shit running. Like, it's about more than the personality. And it's like, politics is damn near getting ran the same way that they run Love and Hip Hop. Like,
we like orange over here. We like orange.
You like orange? We like orange. And y'all already know, like, don't get me wrong. Like, y'all know how I feel about politics. They're all dickheads to me. But I can't say.
And a lot of people know that. A lot of people know that.
But Trump actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, because like you said, we always so one-sided. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, if we're gonna be honest, I think Trump he's an asshole. He said a lot of dickhead shit that overshadowed a lot of things that he actually done that was good. Uh-huh. And that's the bad part, because he actually, a lot of the shit he said he was gonna do, he has done and is doing it.
We're not doing this.
I'm sorry?
We're not doing this. We'll move on right to the next topic. I don't care.
I was being fair?
No, we don't. So, I mean,
I don't like it.
It's not like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving both sides. It's not like y'all already picked y'all side.
I can say something. We have 2 months to know what side you're on.
I ain't gotta tell y'all when I vote, who I voted for.
Nobody said who they voting for. But listen.
Oh, we know who y'all voting for.
But I want to know if I'm voting for Trump. I'm ready for I don't judge about a lot of stuff, but I'm ready for judgment right now.
And this will be the final episode of We Have That at Home.
We have that at home. We have that at home.
Next season is gonna be people on the cover.
I'm coming Obama suit next time. I'm gonna be dressed to the nines.
You better be ready.
I'm gonna have to see who Michelle's stylist was. Like, who be getting Obama suits? Because I'm gonna need an Obama suit for this one. I can't do Steve Harvey, but I do Obama suits.
Cut it out. No Steve Harvey suits.
Them Steve Harvey suits. I'm gonna have to show your ass. I'm gonna be like this at the debate.
No, I didn't really want to cut you off, but I that's a real feeling though. Like I don't think that Trump does anything to benefit anybody unless it has a direct relation to some motivation that serves him directly. I don't think he does anything that is supportive of
Trump.
Sorry.
Okay, listen, I don't want to say I'm defending him because I'm not, but y'all know I'm a fair guy. Like, he's an asshole. You know, I would smack the dog shit out of him if I could do it.
He's an asshole, but I liked The Apprentice before he became president. And I liked him on The Apprentice a lot. As president, I don't accept it. And that's on.
So what y'all gonna do? So what y'all gonna do when Biden get in there and do a full 180 anyway and do nothing he said he was gonna do and be like, hi niggas, what y'all gonna do?
But I can't think like that. I can't think like that because I've already no, for real. I've already seen Biden at work. This is not the first time we've seen him in political office. He didn't go in office before and show his ass, so why would he do it now? If he does, it would be shocking because he doesn't have a track history of doing that. No one's expecting him to do that, and I don't think that he will. And hopefully, with Kamala Harris, as his vice, we don't see anything like that, and there will be some checks and balances. There's no checks and balances with Trump. He runs around like a kid doing whatever he wants, like he has little coins, like pew, 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 just silliness. Even the way he speaks, it's like, how do you believe somebody can't talk about things that are going on? Like, you trust that person to make decisions? They can't even explain it.
But see, that's what I said. That's the thing that overshadows a lot of what he does because he runs his mouth. He says a lot of things that's off the wall and hurt and gets people.
That's how he's thinking.
But looking from one part, but even still, he's a businessman and he runs America like a.
Show me where the one part is at. I'm looking.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
So y'all saying since Trump been in office, he has not done nothing for America.
Where is the one? See the one.
He didn't bring no jobs. He didn't improve the economy at all.
No.
Sheesh.
No, that's the point of it all, is that he came into office and claimed all this bullshit that he cannot claim. He don't even know about it. And he's only claiming it to play Obama because that's his main focus. Obama then went to go on vacation for the rest of his life. And he's claiming all this shit that has already been set up, which is the typical cycle when you go into presidency. You're going to come in and shit's going to be falling into place from the previous person. And you're owning it all while calling somebody else a piece of shit. My biggest issue with this man is the fact that he has never and would never acknowledge and take ownership of us dying every single day. He has never owned it. There's
evil.
Nothing in no direction, not a piece of goodness that can be pointed out to me by somebody who is blatantly looking over everyday death that we are devastated by, that we are being affected by. If we don't argue no other points about him grabbing pussies and doing all that other shit, about how he pronounced his words, that is more than enough volume for me. So turned up, the knob is broke. Loud and clear. And speaking of blackity, black, Mooney.
Yeah.
Black is king. And jeesh, did you get to experience that power? That power.
I did not.
And then
I was
this
busy watching
power. They
I was
feel
watching
away. Oh
I was
wow.
watching The Apprentice.
They feel away. Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Listen, no, this gives me life. When I give you,
I'm just playing Beyonce. I love brown skin squirrel, shiny just like pearls.
no, but seriously, y'all,
I feel
Black.
like you're on the View panel right now. Who's
Say it
No,
again.
y'all know me. I like to be the devil's advocate. Like, I don't like nobody to be one-sided because one-sided is dangerous.
That's
I'm just sorry.
Whoopi right there with the thread.
Calling me Whoopi Brandy now?
Yes.
I'm Whoopi Norwood. I
Man,
gotta stop
what's
this. Everybody don't take my jokes funny. I'm gonna collab with these people in the air.
All right, Black is King. All right, I saw it, love it. When I first saw it, I was a little, I don't know, it was a lot of images, there was a lot going on, but immediately I was just like fashion, Orishas, Blackness, Africa, spirituality, all that goodness. And I was like, Beyonce did not come to play with us hoes. Like, she really means it now. But I just love it. Like, everything Black, I'm full support. I was watching it, and before I read anything about it, I was like, I noticed, you know, like the Lion King comparison. She had like Jay-Z be the Lion King and have him go, you know, out. I assume, like, you know, Timon and Pumbaa was kind of like the gang that you might join when you're out there. You don't care about nothing. Hakuna Matata. You forget your history. And you find your family again. You come back home. And I was like, this is really beautiful, taking that story of the Lion King and, like, comparing it to the story of, like, Black men in America. You know, it was dedicated to her son. But I just think it was just, like, a beautiful celebration of Blackness and love, and I really love it. Like, powerful, emotional, so many things. That honestly, like, when she seems cold sometimes, I was like, yo, she did this. Like, she did that.
It was good. I watched it. Like you said, it was a lot when you first watch it because it's long and there's so much imagery and everything like that. But I love how it felt towards the end. Like, I was jamming, I was grooving. It was powerful. And she did it. She did what it did. I mean, like, when she does these things, she's extra. So you can only appreciate it. Like, this is the movement that's going on right now. What are you feeling right now? Jeesh.
You call me Trump?
No.
Right.
Jeesh. Jeesh.
You see, Black people, this is what happened when you go against the grain.
Wow.
That is not what's happening with your alternative facts.
They call me Trump.
Ain't nobody call you Trump.
No, but what I would say is I appreciate Beyonce as a performer, as an artist. I'm like a hipster. I got to be the first on it or the last on it. So that's really the only reason why I haven't watched it yet, because it's just been so much now. Like, I still got to just get my mind ready and my ADHD ready for it. But, like, because I don't want to miss nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure
it'll take a couple watches. I want to go back and watch it again.
I mean, I'm a fellow artist, so I know whenever I do watch it, I'm going to be hella I'm anticipating being hella inspired, hella intrigued, like, so I know it's something that but I wanted to ask y'all, did it give y'all a similar feeling to when, or if y'all ever seen Black Panther, did it give y'all that same, like, sense of pride, or was it a little stronger?
I think for me, and this is like, I think this is really interesting. I think this Black is King, the movie, is a very interesting thing because it is so fucking Black, but Black people, a lot of Black people are so disconnected from everything Black that it seems like something scary. It seems like some voodoo craziness. You know, people always want to throw some name on it. It seems devilish. It's evil. And I feel like Tierra Whack's verse in My Power, like, speaks to that shit. Listen to the verse. I want to pull up the lyrics, because it's exactly like what is happening with that movie. People look at it and think of, like, demon things or whatever, because they associate all of these African, like, traditional, like, symbols and visuals as something evil and scary, and they don't want to tap into it because they're afraid of what's going to happen, but they're ready and willing. And again, we talked about this on our psychic episode when we talked about Christianity, ready and willing to accept the white Jesus You know what I'm saying? But not something that, I don't know, that could possibly feel more connected and authentic for them.
Right.
But my mom saw it and she was definitely like, she was like, I don't like this. She was like, what is this? Like, I can't, like, she just couldn't, like, she wasn't ready for it. And I think there's like that divide of people, like the artistic
Did
side
she
of
give you
people.
more?
Say it again.
Did she give you more as to why she wasn't feeling it?
She was just like she's just like, I don't like it. She's like, she was like, I don't understand it. You know, I don't get it. She's like, I can't watch this.
Gotcha.
So I don't like. I feel like there's.
I think it can be overwhelming for people. Because we mentioned that it was a lot of visuals. Like you might need a second and third time. It might be overwhelming the first time. You might want to cut it off. Because she went in.
Mm-hmm.
Went in.
Outfit days. Ooh, it's so good. I love
it. For me, what's crazy is that, you know, our grandparents, aunties, and uncles have been decorating their houses for years with pieces from the artistic expression catalog of African art and horns and different shit like that. And it's our culture, it's our ancestors, it's what we love. A lot of people aren't even clear on what ancestors is because that's still demon-like to people, which is fine. Like a lot of us don't know what a lot of shit is. You know what I'm saying? And when you have your conversations and your research, you figure out what things is. But you've seen these pieces of art in your family's houses growing up, and it was part of the culture and our history. And then Beyonce does it, and she's a demon. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to me. And they're like, my research and you see our people in it every day.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I found my little lyric. Tierra Whack's verse. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the part that I think goes to this, she's talking about being Black and being powerful. I just love it. It's perfect. Talking exactly what Kima was talking about. She says, refer to me as a goddess. I'm tired of being modest. 100 degrees the hottest, if we being honest. Ebony, any bonnet. Black people win. They say we being demonic. Angel in disguise. I hate, I have to disguise it. Why you gotta despise it? Rich in the mind, that's why I'm making deposits. Can't we all empower? It's time to realize it. She's preaching to the people. Come on now.
Boris.
You demonic. Now I'm an angel in disguise. Why do I need to disguise it? Because you can't see it?
That's deep. Wow.
That is deep.
We had that conversation, y'all. We talked about why can't our people be successful without attaching a demon to it. We can't. It just happens. Whoever wrote all this fucking
Geez, I need you to feel that.
I felt it. What you mean?
Because I feel like this happens. Black people will make it big and we will be like, it's the devil. They sold their soul or they found someone. Nah, sometimes they just be great.
Yeah, like, I do that.
Jeez.
Oh, now he's a blank. Huh?
Am I the only one that heard this?
What?
That you think that they sold their soul or did something, sold their parents to become famous? Didn't we have this conversation on the podcast?
We talked about this, and I pointed this out about Oprah, about Beyonce, about Jennifer Hudson, about Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
But Jeesh said he doesn't know about that. He said that what he talks about is the sick stuff that the famous people do behind as far as trafficking and things like that. He doesn't really get into the Illuminati stuff.
Yeah, I didn't blame nobody for being Illuminati or like sacrifices. I do know that they pedophiles. I know that much.
But you did mention about Beyonce possibly mentioning Illuminati, these haters, Illuminati mess. Probably.
She had a bar. She had a line for that. She said these haters corny with that Illuminati mess. She did. Yeah. She said that. But that could have, of course, that's a play. A couple rappers did that. Like Nicki got one, Jay-Z got, everybody got an Illuminati line.
Because our Black people are being haunted by it. It's not that you're saying it, because I know you said that you don't know about this. But
y'all know I'm a Cancer. I get defensive. I'm sorry, but
it's an issue that happens too often. Like, I hate it. We said this about Oprah. Like, we've seen her go rags, abuse, but she was determined, and she was the first Black female billionaire.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. I don't like that narrative either. I feel like, because somebody gets famous, a bunch of bad stuff happens to them. Imagine you being that person. Imagine we blow up. We are catastrophic all over the world. And then your mother dies, God forbid. And then the internet, the whole world is saying that you sold your soul to the devil and that you got your mother killed so you could be famous. Like, what?
Right.
This is wild.
Because it's crazy. Right. Because the thing is, Kanye actually did. Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Finish that sentence. Finish that sentence.
We have that at home.
You know about it. What happened with Kanye and Donda?
Donda West. What you mean what happened? Yeah. You talking about how she died? She went to she was trying to get plastic surgery, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And it was like a plastic surgery botch. Right?
Yeah.
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 Or did Kanye set it up?
Listen, Kanye West is Jesus. He don't do the devil's work. That's politics. That's some politicians.
So we about to end it out, but really quick, no jokes. You know, R.I.P. Miss Donda. She was a sweetheart. That was unfortunate. I feel like she was trying to keep up with the Joneses, and it went left all the way. With Kanye, like I feel like we okay a lot of shit, and then you got an issue with shit that should be praised, or you know, like, oh, you the bomb. Kanye, you know, he had a breakdown. He said some of the craziest stuff about his wife and his kids and the family. How do you feel about that? Like, do you?
I hate that moments like that.
Because I know you hate the Kardashians, so. What do you think about what he said?
I do not.
I didn't like them strongly.
I used to have the biggest crush on Courtney. I thought she was supposed to be the one that like blew up, and not Kim. But I don't hate the Kardashians. I'm just observing of what happens. Some people go in and never come out the same. That's all I said.
Yeah, Court is the bomb. I love Court. What you think, Mo? You're not done. My bad. Go ahead.
You said what I think. Oh, I just hate that moments like that was like put on television because that's his family, his kids. Like,
at his Democratic convention or Republican convention or whatever. He put himself on.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I hate that he said those things out of passion on TV, and some of them like
passion.
He can't come with that. I don't go with the whole. I get it, he's bipolar, but I don't. Kanye West is a musical genius to me. You ain't gonna get me to say he's crazy. You just not.
There's nothing. No, you shouldn't. That's stigma. But he's dealing with mental health. That's it. And he had a breakdown. It's not about him being anything. He's going through shit that needs to be addressed.
And his decisions are not rational. He's not able to control his emotions. And that's what I'm saying about the presidency. Whether Kanye is smart enough is not the issue. I'm sure that he is smart enough to run the country because I don't think you have to be a genius. There's so many people around you for you to lean on. It's not a one-man show. But he is emotionally unstable, mentally unstable. You don't want an unstable person you don't want an unstable person making decisions for your country because they're making decisions from an emotional place. I'm sure you've been in a relationship or known somebody who's super emotional and you're like, nah, I can't really trust that decision because that motherfucker is mad, sad, angry, hungry, tired, hams, hogs, chickens, turkey, you name it. Like they just, they're going through a bunch of shit. And I just think that's where he is right now. Like there's no way he could be in office and we take the things he says seriously because what were the things he was saying again?
Joe Biden got dementia. No,
I'm dead, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, y'all.
He talked about his daughters being in Playboy, who are babies. He talked about he just was saying trashy shit about his mom-in-law, about his wife.
He was basically judging them. Like he was talking about them from a religious standpoint. Like all that they do is just like gonna get them going to hell, basically.
But didn't he have some political stuff that he was actually saying? I know it wasn't a lot about politics and he was just ranting, but I feel like he said some stuff that was so off the wall and ridiculous.
I don't remember because I didn't pay it that much mind. Like I think that when stuff was popping up, I was seeing it, and I seen clips where he was like crying about the thought of aborting his daughter.
Yes.
He talked about Harriet Tubman. I don't know what else he said political wise. I don't know.
Oh man, I wish I had it, but it was like, I forgot exactly what it was. It was, oh man, you know what? I'll hit you up on Instagram, people, when I find those policies. A lot of craziness.
I don't know, but I can only imagine.
Kanye.
This is so. He said that he's gonna model his candidacy after Marvel Comics Wakanda. Like I don't know, like it's so cute. It's cute. I don't even know what to think about that. Okay.
On that note, everybody.
R.I.P. Chadwick.
R.I.P. Chadwick.
Yeah.
That was sudden and tragic.
Our Wakanda angel.
On that note, I think that this was very fun, y'all, for our first video.
Yeah, it was fun. They got to see how animated I am. That's hilarious.
Huh?
We have that at home. We have that at home.
Stop. And on that note, good night, everybody. Peace out.
Good night.